This meeting is being recorded.
So, good morning, everyone. Namaste. My name is Harsh Mehta. I'll be the Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. Let's begin with remembering the Toastmasters vision. We provide a supportive and a positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills and resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. I would like to also now give some instructions as we are now in an online environment. Request all speakers and role bearers to prefix their role in their name so that it is easy to identify them. All speakers are requested to do a quick audio and a video check before starting their speech like this. Am I audible? Am I visible? I would request you not to type anything in the chat box when a speaker is speaking, as it may disturb the speaker. If you have any feedback, you can please use the private chat box to give suggestions. Do not click on the share screen button unless your role requires to do it. It may cause a little things upside down. You can do a hi-fi, a namaste before or after taking a role. You can connect with me for any technical glitch or advice. I'll also be a Zoom master. This meeting is being recorded. If you have any reservations of your speech or your thing being recorded, you can please let us know in advance. We will pause the recording. Please turn off your phones or put them on silent while you're speaking. Rest of the time, please make sure you're muted. There are 3 ways of giving applause. One is like this, one is like this, and third is via the reaction button on Zoom. It is my privilege and pleasure to now invite the presiding officer. With a thunderous applause, let's welcome Toastmaster Vishal as a presiding officer. Over to you, Vishal.
Thank you so much, Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Harsh, for this nice introduction and kick off to the meeting actually. So greetings everyone. Hope everyone is having a really nice weekend. So fellow Toastmasters and guests, a few days ago, I came across this article. It was about this guy named Mel Fisher. He's known as the greatest treasure hunter. Now it was in the 1980s and the 1990s that he went on a treasure hunt in the deep oceans of South Americas. He found out that in the 1600s, a Spanish ship had sunk there and it had 40 tons of gold on it. It has been about 300 years and no one even attempted to even look for that gold. So he made this the mission of his life to find this treasure. Mel Fisher, he and his team were really dedicated, and this treasure, which was actually sunk in the deep ocean, had like a diameter of almost 200 miles that the entire team had to search for several, not even months, like probably years or maybe even decades, because it took them 20 years to find that treasure. At the end, it turns out it was really worth the fortune because the total value of the treasure was $450 million. Ladies and gentlemen, now I would like you to imagine this for a minute. The goals that we have in life, let's say if we are working towards it and it's not working out for a few weeks, few months, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, what would you do? Would you give up or would you continue? It boils down to 3 basic things, according to me. The first one is that you need to believe that there is a treasure. The second one, you need to have the determination that no matter what, I will find it. And the third one is that it's really worth it. I hope everyone is able to think about this and implement this in their life in some way or the other. Now we shall probably start the meeting. However, before we do that, we will just go around and speak with few of our guests So the first guest I see is guest Dhirendra. If you could unmute yourself and tell us a bit about yourself and what brings you to Toastmasters.
Thank you, Vishal. Hello, everyone. Good morning. What bring me here to Toastmaster is basically somewhere I always felt, the lack of. I mean, there are two major reasons to be here. One is like I always had that fear of public speaking, and I always felt a gap somewhere in my portfolio that this is something, this is a skill which I'm lagging, and I really need to really need to work on it so that I overcome all those hiccups that are there, and that are basically creating a roadblock for me to propel or maybe the fulfill my leadership expectations. So that is why I'm here, just to make it very simple to all of you.
Okay, great.
Not
Thank you
very
so much.
familiar with the Toastmaster agenda. This is the first time I'm here attending any meeting of a Toastmaster club.
Okay, okay, great. Thanks, Dhirendra, for sharing that. And I assume you are like working.
Yes. I
Okay,
work for an IT firm in
okay,
Mumbai. I have total 14 years of industry experience working in both telecom and the IT domain as a solution
oh,
architect.
okay,
Yes.
okay. Fantastic. That's great to hear, Dhirendra. Welcome to our meeting and hope you enjoy and the entire meeting experience.
Thank you,
Next,
Vishal.
I see is guest Ameya. Hi,
Hi,
if you could tell us something about yourself and what brings you to Toastmasters.
yeah, thank you, Vishal. I'm a coach. Actually, I'm working in some one bank. Actually, just heard from my one of my colleagues that some Toastmaster will give some confidence to speak, especially the public speaking. That is the main problem with me, I think. And in front of a lot of people with the speaking, which I think required some more confidence. I think I'm lagging on that front. And another thing is sometimes no, you something going on in mind, but it is not coming to my mouth. I mean, if I'm thinking something, but I'm not able to express that one, so knowledge is worthless at that time. And I believe that I'll get benefit from this thing.
Fantastic. Thanks, Ameya, for sharing that and welcome to this meeting.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. And the next I see guest Sikandar. Hi, Sikandar.
I
If you would like to introduce yourself and yeah, like to share what brings you to Toastmasters or how did you hear about Toastmasters?
so yeah, I self Sikandar Singh. I have a background of 3 years of experience in IT firm. I have done my bachelor's in 2019 as a computer science graduate from Punjab. I'm actually from Punjab, so but I am at my Mausi's place. So yeah, I this brings me to the Toastmaster that I have attended one or two sessions at my college time, but Toastmaster, but that were not. I was curious to improve myself as a public speaker, and I am an introvert, so I do with the current experience at my work, I have started to talk a bit better than before, but on a public speaking level, I'm not that confident enough yet. So that brings me here, and I heard this through I got it to know through the website. So I was interested to improve myself. So I looked for some Toastmaster groups. So this was one that suited me as a working professional. So yeah, I jumped in. Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much, Sikandar, for sharing that. I think from how you spoke, it doesn't really look like you're an introvert, but I'm quite sure that will definitely change and you are on the right path. So welcome all, everyone, like, including the guests as well. We encourage the guests to stay throughout the meeting. Towards the end, we will come back to you as well to share, like, if you, how did you like the meeting, your experience, your feedback and everything. All right. So now let's get along and I would like to introduce our Toastmaster of the day. So he's one of our active members of the Rockstar PR Club and he's also a very successful budding Toastmaster. So with thunderous applause, Let's welcome Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Ajay. The stage is all yours, Ajay.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vishal Mehta. So please confirm if I am audible and visible.
Yes, loud and clear.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So, thank you so much, Vishal, for the warm introduction. It is my pleasure to serve as the Toastmaster of the day for today's session. Life and struggles are correlated to each other. It is just like your heart, your brain, your eyes, your ear, your hand, your leg is a correlation with your body. Struggles start when we woke up in the early morning, just thinking, reaching to office on time. In train, we expect no rush, but rush is 10 times more. We struggle to get in and out from the train. The struggles are everywhere. Struggles and challenges strengthen us internally, and it gives more work than any other time in life. We cannot grow without struggle. We cannot get stronger without resistance. Just think about past in your life that may have forced you to achieve. It may be any of your circumstances in past life or present situation, and that force is necessary you to become better. Please thanks to God and get grateful for the struggles and work towards your aim to ensure your future has much more pleasure than the pain. The pain is our trustworthy friend, and I love it because if we did not have failure, if we did not have struggle, if we did not have disappointment, we could have no strength, no courage, no compassion. How could we be? Let me ask someone in our club to share about their struggles that makes them stronger, stronger, and stronger. Any one of us. All right, I'm going to choose or pick up someone. Please.
I would like to go. So it took me like after I graduated, there was a lot of struggle to find a good job. I graduated almost like in the time when there was a recession going on and companies were actually like laying off people. So forget about even getting a job. So yeah, I mean, struggle quite a bit, just kept hustling. It took me almost 4 to 5 job changes till I finally got to a job which really what I was really looking out for. But yeah, I mean, just never giving up and just fighting through the struggle is what brings me here today to where I am.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vishal. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. Indeed, struggle make you stronger. You can see in you can see in the Toastmaster sessions you are very active members. A famous quote by Brain Brown, she's an American research professor, says, "Struggle is a natural state in which all human beings are in. The kinds of struggle may differ from one another, but we are all facing them nonetheless. Struggle is unavoidable. Struggle is a natural state of affairs." Now let me explain how Toastmaster session is going to be conducted. The Toastmasters meeting is divided into 3 parts. The first part consists of prepared speeches, where our members deliver their prepared speeches for 5 to 7 minutes. The second part is the fun-filled table topic sessions, which is my favorite session, where any other members can participate, or even our guest may participate for a 1 to 2 minute speech on a topic given by the table topic master. Third part is the most important part, called as feedback session, where our general evaluator for the day will give a complete report on the entire meetings today. For any sessions, for any table topic sessions, we have tag team. For a successful Toastmaster meeting, we have tag teams. Let me call the timer Toastmaster Kedar for timing guideline. Toastmaster Kedar, before you begin the objectives of your role, may I ask something about today's theme? Yeah?
Actually, I'm not aware of the theme. I'm really sorry.
The struggles makes you stronger.
Acha, okay. Well, even my struggle is similar to what Vishal faced. So I graduated in 2018. So I was doing an MBA, and I actually secured a job in one of the multinational companies. But at that point of time, I was diagnosed with jaundice, and doctor advised me that it's a severe jaundice that I was diagnosed with, and I know I couldn't take up the job. So ultimately, what happened then is that 6 months I had to be at home for bed rest. And then once I decided that I want to join, it took me almost another 7, 8 months to find another job. And right now, after 2 or 3 switches, I'm in a good place. So it's similar to what Vishal faced, and that's the kind of struggle that almost every fresher, I think, in the country will face. So
Yeah,
that's one of my struggles.
yeah, I agree. So you can proceed your role objective of the time.
Yeah. So as a timer, I will be helping all the speakers to express their thoughts within the allotted time limits. So my job here is to time your prepared speeches, table topics, speech evaluations during the whole meeting. So to help me perform in my role, I have 3 sets of color cards. So basically, you will be seeing the 3 cards on your screen. I will be sharing my screen. So when you see the green card, it means it's your qualifying time for your speech. The yellow card indicates target time. Red card indicates the maximum time allotted to you. So for example, for a 5 to 7 minute prepared speech, I will be showing the green card at the 5 minute mark, the yellow card at 6 minute mark, and the red card at 7 minute mark. And for these speeches, for the prepared speeches, we have a grace period of 30 seconds on either side. So for a 5 to 7 minute speech, you can take maybe 4 minutes, 30 seconds, or you can get up to 7 minutes, 30 seconds. So, and at the end, I will be presenting the timing report when called upon by the Toastmaster of the day. So
Thank,
yeah, overall, that's my role for today.
thank you so much, Toastmaster Kedar, for the objective of your timer role. So now I call the second tag team. Let me call the R counter, Toastmaster Chitan, for the R counter guidelines. Toastmaster Chitan, before you begin the objective of your role, may I ask something about today's theme?
Sure, Toastmaster Ajay. So yeah, I was when you started the topic, I was thinking about my struggles, and I found that like around for 15 years, I was struggling for a skin problem. Okay,
Oh.
and it impacted my life at all directions, my personal life, my professional lives, everything. So slowly and gradually, like after suffering for around 13, 14 years, I started to thinking like what mistakes I'm doing, like what are my actions, what are my thoughts, what are my speeches. And then I realized that like I myself is creating problem for myself. I started to change myself, like I started to change my thoughts. I had lots of anger, so I started to remove them from from each and every one which I had like a struggle a lot with whom. Then yeah, I started to change my thoughts. Then I started to uh, what I would say, like I started to like accept myself the way it is. Instead of struggling with life, I started to take as is, and slowly the problem used to resolve automatically. So that's why I resolved that problem. I was thinking that like the problem was not there. I myself created that problem, and after changing myself, like from all directions, I completely removed that problem from my life, and I'm happy now after 2 years.
Very good. Very good. Toastmaster Chitan. You can proceed your
Yeah, sure,
R
Toastmaster
counter.
Raj.
Yeah.
My role as a counter is to record unnecessary sounds used by the speaker and role bearers. They include the correct sounds like the filler words such as but, like, so, okay, the filler phrases as you know, so, etc., and extremely long pauses. The crutch words or filler sounds obstruct the smooth flow of speech, can be annoying to the listeners, at the same time decreasing the value of the speech. Therefore, a counter notes these words and phrases in order to help the speaker become aware of them and minimize the use of these words and phrases in the future. I'll present the counter report when called upon by the general evaluator at the end of the meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Ajay.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Chitan, for the counter guidelines. Now I call the third tag team grammarian, Toastmaster Brajesh, for grammarian guidelines. So Toastmaster Brajesh, before you begin the objective of the role, may I ask something about the today's theme?
Sure, Toastmaster Ajay.
Yeah. Say something about the theme, and then you can proceed afterwards.
Yeah. So, yeah, the theme of the day is struggle makes you stronger. I think it's applicable to every aspect of our life. So, as couple of other participants have pointed out that how their life changed, with the struggles they were facing in their life. Similarly, for me, as you, I'm very new to this Toastmaster, and I was struggling with public speaking. What that did is, it urged me to look out for solutions, and I arrived at this very place where we meet every Sunday to improve our public speaking. Yes, I'm struggling with public speaking, but that has I found an option to improve it, and every Sunday I come here and try to improve my skills. Yeah, I'll not go from 0 to 100 in a day, but with every Sunday I'm taking baby steps to improve my public speaking. So I think that makes me stronger with public speaking. So yeah.
Very good. Please proceed your
guidelines. Hello everyone, a very good morning to you. As grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers. I will listen carefully to your language usage. I'll take note of not so correct usage of English language as well as examples of correct usage. As a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce word of the day. So for today's meeting, the word of day is exuberance. Meaning of this word is full of energy or feeling energetic. One good example of this usage is India's World Cup win was celebrated exuberantly by the country. I would encourage every speaker to use the word of the day. And whenever anyone uses the word of day in the right context, audience can show a silent thumbs up as a mark of appreciation. At the end of the meeting, when I'll be called upon by the evaluator, I'll present my grammatical error usage report. And I'll also point out, places where the language was not used correctly. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Ajay.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ajay, for the nice guidelines for your grammarian role. So, failures occurs every day in school, jobs, housework, and within families. It is unavoidable, as all Toastmasters said in the previous speeches or their guidelines. My life is also full of struggle. I like to those obstacles to overcome on each step. During my childhood, I was staying in a small room along with my 4 siblings. I struggle for my study. I struggle for a basic human necessity. I have seen my father struggle for money to fulfill family's needs. All these struggles, my experiences makes me stronger internally. So now let's achieve for our next session's prepared speeches. Let me call our first evaluator, Toastmaster Sharika, to read the objective of the first speaker, Toastmaster Sharma. Yeah.
Thank you, Ajay. My speaker today, Toastmaster Sangram, is attempting his L1 P2 speech. Timer, please note the timing is around 5 to 7 minutes. He's on the pathway motivation, and the purpose of this project is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to the second speech. So this is my speaker's second speech. Good luck, Toastmaster Sangram. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Ajay.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sharika. So please spotlight Toastmaster Sangram. Yeah. So Toastmaster Sangram, power of visualization. Power of visualizations, Toastmaster Sangram. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ajay. Where do you see yourself in next 5 years? Would you be able to be a successful businessman? Will you be able to make money as you desire? If you're not able to answer this question, rest assured, you're not the only one. But the good news that there is a technique which is there, which you can use to achieve it. Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, I'm talking about visualization. Visualization is there for a longer time, which is being used in sports. The famous quotes by boxer Muhammad Ali, if my mind can conceive it, and if my heart can believe it, I can achieve it. He was a true believer of the power of visualization. He is not the only one who has used the visualization to achieve the success. Arnold Schwarzenegger was a true believer in visualization, where he's used that technique in his acting, bodybuilding, and the politics. Jim Carrey once wrote a check of $10 million and kept it in pocket unless when he was not that famous. 3 years later, he got a check of $10 million for his movie Dumb and Dumber. If you can imagine it, you can create it. Oprah Winfrey. Who doesn't agree with her? So what visualization is? Visualization is about creating an image in your mind about what you want and already start imagining about you already achieved it. It is as if like it is true today. It uses all your 5 senses of sight, taste, smell, hearing, and touch. So visualization has 2 types. Basically, it is about the outcome with the visualization, where you are envisioning about your end goals. And the second is a process visualization, wherein there are different steps which are involved to achieve your goal, which you have already set. So if you have, for an example, if you want to start a business, you know that the steps needs to be followed to achieve what you want to be a successful businessman, or you want to achieve a certain position in your career or a designation. You know what you need to do or what skills you need to get to achieve that particular designation or a position. So that is all about the visualization. There are various ways where you can practice the visualization. I've seen people, they write the goals in their books, or if you have heard about the MLM leaders, they have their placards on all their home. If you ask me about how I do practice about it, I always talk about my goals and achieve goals with my near and dear ones. That also always keeps me motivating about what I want to achieve in my life. So visualization techniques which will help you to accelerate the goals or accelerate the achievement of your goals, dreams, dreams and goals. There are 4 important benefits of visualization. It activates your subconscious mind, which in turn will create the thoughts or ideas that will help you to achieve the goals you have already set in. It trains your brain, or it programs your brain to learn new things. It helps you to get the resources what you want to achieve for your goals already set. It attracts the law of attraction. Law of attraction goes hand in hand with the visualization. So what is law? The law of attraction will attract the people, resources, and the ideas maybe you want to achieve or say the goal in your life. And lastly, it activates the inner motivation. Well, if I have to tell about if I want to be a good communicator, when I completely resonate what is happening in my life is more about what I have visualized previously. I have got such a wonderful people around me. When I started, wanted to be in a good company, I already started imagining about it, that I am a good communicator. I'm standing in front of people and talking about it. But then the moment the idea came into mind, I started to get into resources about a lot of things. So that's one example about it. The visualization technique, which will help you to achieve about the goal. So there are various. So why it is so powerful, or why it is, how can you make a use of visualization to achieve what you want to achieve in your life? Visualization. So you maybe you may have heard about people who are saying that I cannot make. I won't be able to perform, or I won't be able to drive a bike at 100 miles. These people will not be able to achieve what they want, because they are not able to create image in their mind. So in everything that was created in this world was started with an idea in someone's mind. It may be due to the desires or needs. So that idea of who, why, and when, as idea and when, is all because of they started with the initial visualization, and the snowball into until the stair you're sitting right now was designed. The computers you're using was designed and built, or the perfume or the cologne which was crafted. So if you're able to learn and put it together about all these things, you will be able to achieve what you want in your life. Here are some few important essentials you need to, it will help you to achieve the visualization. The first thing, which is about be in love with what you want to achieve. If you're not excited about it, if you're not exuberant about what you want to achieve, you'll not get the desired result. So just because your motivation, your emotions are the biggest driving force behind your achievement of a visualization. So just don't go home about it. Just be passionate about it. Be specific about what you want to achieve. So just be as detailed as what you want. Practice visualization very often. Even if you practice for a half a minute a day, if you're able to hold the image a half a minute, you will be in a position to, or you are already started creating the imagination about the visualization. The fourth one is about believing in yourself. You need to believe yourself. If you're just don't be under pressure or get overburdened about that you have a big dream and you want to achieve. Just be like a attitude of a kid. A kid can 100% believe that there is a monster under his bed, or he may believe that he is a pirate or a princess. Okay. So lastly, if you learn to put together all these things, you will be able to achieve it. The rule is very simple. If you can conceive it, you can achieve it. Thank you. And over to you, Toastmaster Ajay.
Wow. Fantastic speech, Toastmaster Sangram. You are flawless today. And we can see your visualization, your preparations, your thought about for the futures, your everything. I mean, you fantastic. I mean, I like your speech today. Really good. Yeah. So second speaker, let me call out second evaluator, Toastmaster Vishal Mehta, to read the objective of the second speaker, Toastmaster Vishal K.
Sure.
Over to you.
Thank you.
Vishal Mehta.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Ajay. My speaker, Toastmaster Vishal Khanvilkar, will be attempting his icebreaker speech today. So this will be a level 1, project 1 under the pathway presentation mastery. And the objective of his speech is to introduce himself to the club and to learn the basic structure of a speech. Timer, please note that the time guidelines for this is 4 to 6 minutes. With this, I wish my speaker, Vishal, all the very best and pass it over to you, Toastmaster Ajay.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishal Mehta. So please spotlight Vishal Khanvilkar. Yeah. So Toastmaster Vishal Khanvilkar, my life journey. Toastmaster Vishal Khanvilkar, over to you.
Thank you to TMOD Ajay, and thanks Vishal Mehta as well. Winston Churchill once suggested that success is never final. Failure is never fatal, but it is the courage to continue that counts. Hi everyone. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. I am Vishal Khandvilkar, and the above quote from Winston Churchill seems to resonate in my life. I I was born and raised by my family in Mumbai. I have a younger brother. I completed my schooling from JB Khod Borivali West School, Mumbai. During my school days, my parents always motivated and encouraged me as well as my brother to focus both on studies as well as on sports and extracurricular activities. Hence, we excelled in both sports as well as in curriculum. In sports, I like to play athletics as well as karate. In karate, I have won a bronze medal in Shotokan Karate Championship during my 8th standard. I also won a mini marathon, which was in Dhanu during my 9th standard. My parents, I am grateful to my parents who always motivated and encouraged us that you should always participate in school in the extracurricular activities. They always emphasized that you should enjoy the process and not concentrate on the results. Success and failure is going to come your pathway. Later, I completed my schooling and completed it with distinction. And I took science stream. Later, I took to engineering and completed my engineering. I joined Vidyavardhani College in Vasai and completed my engineering. During my college days, I would like to narrate an incident which imbibed in me the never die attitude. During my first year examinations, after completing the second paper, there was sudden chest pain and I was unable to breathe. At that time, my friends and my close relatives who were staying in Vasai took me to a local hospital. And there the doctor diagnosed me of sudden pneumothorax. Sudden pneumothorax is the person or the patient is unable to breathe because of the lungs issue. And I was put on ventilator. Then the doctor immediately operated me and they inserted an ICD drainage tube in my chest so that I could able to breathe. Then later, for 8 to 10 days, I was supposed to stay in the same hospital. That made me worried because I had 4 other exams to clear. I discussed it with my parents, college and doctors. And with the help of my parents, my doctors and college authorities, I was able to give next 4 exams from the hospital. My parents used to take me to the college in the car, and there I wrote the 4 remaining exams. I felt exuberant after giving all the 4 exams, and later I passed the examination with distinction. I completed my engineering with distinction, and I was placed in Tata TCS as a assistant system engineer. I worked there for 2 years. Later, I thought of increasing and improving my knowledge, hence completed my master's of business administration. I completed my MBA from Mumbai University. Also, along with it, I also completed up to 2nd level of international CFA examination. And now, currently, I am working in a good position in one of the top MNCs in India. On my family front, I am married and I am blessed with a daughter who is 5 years old. I enjoy playing with her and spending time with her. Also, I have a wife who is also working, who is a working associate. I like to explore new things in my life, and I always try to push myself out of my comfort zone to try and explore new things. And in the end, this has always helped me to achieve whatever I feel. And again, this Toastmaster Club is also helping me to increase or improve my communication. And in the end of this speech, I would like to quote 2 lines from the poem of Robert Frost, which says, "These woods are lovely, dark and deep. These woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep. But I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep." Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Ajay. You are on mute, Ajay.
Oh, yeah, really sorry. Wow, amazing Toastmaster Vishal. I think we should all stand up and give applause for him. It's fantastic speech. Amazing. Wow, what a speech.
This is just my learning, and thanks for all the appreciation and support which the Toastmaster Club offers. I really appreciate from the bottom of my heart.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vishal Khandkar.
Ajay, you are on
You're
mute.
on mute. Yeah.
You are mute.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. It's by mistake. It's got mute. So we'll go ahead with the third session. Struggle is not me or you face in life. There are many famous people who inspired us because of their never give up attitude and determination. And all these people had struggle in their early life. Some of them are Albert Einstein was a German-born theoretical physicist, widely acknowledged to be one of the greatest and most influential physicists of all time. Einstein was a genius, but nobody knows that he could not speak till he was 4 years old and did not read until he was 7. His parents thought he was slow and antisocial. He was also expelled from his school and was refused admissions to Zurich Polytechnic School. But he went on and changed the face of physics and won the Nobel Prize, proving everybody wrong. The second, J.K. Rowling, the author of the great Harry Potter series, was once living as a single mother in poverty with a child, severely depressed, and was surviving on government welfare. While writing a book, within a short span of 5 years, she went on to become one of the richest women in UK because of her enormous struggle and hard work. It's time now for the table topic session. Please help me invite young and dynamic Toastmaster Akash to take this part of sessions. Over to you, Toastmaster Akash. He's there, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah. Over to you.
yeah,
Toastmaster.
thanks, Toastmaster. Okay, Ajay.
Stage to you.
Yeah. So, good morning to all of you. So we have seen some of the fantastic prepared speeches, but in real life, you don't have the time or luxury to give a prepared speech. For example, we are in the meeting and our boss has suddenly asked to share some opinion, or maybe some we have to arrange in the meeting, or you might be asked to say some few words at a family gathering or friend's farewell. How would we feel at that situation? Uncomfortable. The ability to speak confidently and clearly without any preparation is a vital skill and does not come simply. We have to practice for that. So this table topic session in Toastmasters allows us to practice our impromptu speaking in front of the audience in a safe and friendly environment. It also gives an opportunity to all the people who are not participating or do not get a chance to participate here. Now, I would like to call timers for giving the timing guidelines. Over to you, Toastmaster timer.
Yeah, thank you, Akash. For table topics, each speaker will be getting about 1 to 2 minutes to speak. So I will be showing the green card at the end of the first minute, the yellow card at the end of 1 minute 30 seconds, and red card at the end of 2 minutes. And for table topics, we have a grace period of 30 seconds, but only on the upper side. So you can speak for 2 minutes 30 seconds at max. But we don't have a grace period on the lower side. So, and I will be presenting the timing report when called upon by the table topic master. So over to you, table topic master Akash.
Yeah, thanks, TM Kedar. Now I would like to ask everyone to participate here. Who's going to be the first one?
I would like to try.
Yeah. So good morning, Shubham. Is it correct or what? Shubham Gupta.
Yes,
Yeah.
very good morning, Akash.
Okay. The topic for you is that if there is no struggle, there is no progress. If there is no struggle, there is no progress. Over to you, guest Shubham Gupta.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akash, for that awesome topic. I can relate it to this with the thought that necessity is the mother of invention. So I would like to give few instances from my life where I feel that if we don't value the progress which we make, then how is it like we are growing? When I was a kid back in school, I always used to read newspaper and was mesmerized with the lifestyle of Delhi University students. And I thought, okay, there is so much to explore, there is so much to work. So I decided that yes, after 12th, I have to go. I made sure that my results have to be above 95 so that I can make it and I can get a seat there in the one of the good colleges, and I can make sure that my future is secured with the efforts which I'm making. So I struggled hard. I had studied burning the midnight oil candle, and after the results were there, I was exuberant to declare that yes, I could bang a seat in Hansraj College, and that's where I made friends for life. I have friends who are with me for more than a decade. And the best part was that I got campus placement. And from there, my journey started. And the journey from being a toddler to a teenager to adulthood, everything was set aside. And that's where I see that, yes, my efforts were fruitful and I could see the progress in me. And if I wouldn't have made that desire to become a student at DU, I would not have made it come true. So that's the effort which I have put in from my side. Over to the TTM master. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Shubham. It's a wonderful journey of yours about the struggles, how you have proceeded and come to this position. Who's going to the next one?
I'll go, Akash.
Yeah. So, good morning, Harsh.
Good morning.
Yeah, easy, moderate, hard.
Pardon?
Easy, moderate, hard. Tell me.
Easy?
Moderate or hard topics? What kind of topic?
Easy. See, irrespective, I tell you anything, you're gonna give me the hardest. So I'll just say hard.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. The topic for you is what exactly it is called a crush and how it is different from love. What exactly it is crush and how it is different from love. Over to you, Harsh.
I didn't get the correct word. What did you say?
Yeah. What do you mean by crush? What do you mean by crush and how it is different from love? Over to you, Toastmaster Harsh.
Okay, so as I had assumed, that would be the hardest topic. So being Akash, I'm very much prepared to deal with a hard topic. What is the difference between a crush and a love? So I would say crush is someone like a school or a college thing that comes first to my mind. I can literally see my crush's face in my mind right now, which is quite funny. So yeah, everyone has a first crush in their school or the college or maybe some other time, but crush is mainly something I would relate as an first thing or something which you do not know about love. So the people who do not know about love or who do not understand love, they call it as a crush, because even like and love is more of a mature thing, and crush is like you want to do it, and love is like yes, you're very like n number of times. I'm sure all boys would relate with me, and in fact, we girls too. And love is not something which you can do for n number of times. Love doesn't happen so many times. Crush is not something where you need to give a commitment. You do not restrict yourself to anything, but in love, you have to give a commitment for sure, which definitely happens. And I don't know, I can't remove my crush's image from my face's mind, so it's very difficult now to say more. That's it. Thanks a lot. Over to you, Toastmaster. No, sorry.
Yeah, thanks. I thought that you are going to tell some of the names. Okay. Okay, so who's going to be the next one?
I'll go next.
Yeah, who?
Chetan.
Chetan. Okay, yeah, Chetan. Okay, Chetan. Yeah, choice. Give me the choice. Moderate, hard, easy.
Anything you think would be better for me?
Okay. Yeah, the topic for you is my life is a beautiful struggle. The topic for you is my life is a beautiful struggle. Over to you.
Yeah, that's a thanks Toastmaster Akash, and that's very good topic. It is reminding me of book, like it is from Van Dyer. It says like when I see my last journey, like my last or my complete life, I feel that like why it was occurred. Okay, so like today's theme is also like this is about struggle, and what I believe that like God has created all the struggles for us so that we can achieve our target, and these all struggles are required for us to grow. Until and unless we push ourselves, we would not be able to grow. And the like if your life is easy, if you're getting all the things easily, okay, then there will be no struggles. Even the actors, actresses, we see like who are successful, even the politicians, we see that like they had lots of struggles. And I believe that like if there is no struggle, you will not it will not make you hard. And if your life is easy, then yeah, it will just go on. You will have easy life, and you will not be able to do anything. Like we have seen that like the son or the daughters of the famous people, like we have found that like they have directed like they have gone to some like bad life, like they had to take drugs and all other things. So like if you're struggling, you learn so many things, and then from those learnings you guide other people. So, and yeah, it's a good chance. And we have like learned that like you should learn from others mistakes, okay, and others struggles, so that you can direct your life into good directions. Yeah, that's it. That's much, Akash, from my side. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, who's going to come next?
I would like to go.
Joy raised his hand. Yeah, Joy, and we can also take guest. Akash, we have guest
Okay.
also. We can
Okay.
start with Joy and then, yeah.
Yeah, so the topic for Toastmaster Joy is okay,
The
Joy, are
most
you good at
difficult one, sorry.
yeah. Okay, Joy, are you good at mathematics?
Yeah, does it involve money?
Maybe, but not related with the money.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure, carry on.
Okay, yeah. The topic for you is love is like pi. Pi is a number in mathematics. Okay, so love is like pi, natural, irrational, and very important. The topic is love is like pi, natural, irrational, and very important. Over to you, Toastmaster Joy.
Wow. Love is like pi. Okay, irrational. Yeah, I don't know how to go ahead and talk about love. It's been a while. Yeah? I've been married for quite a while now. So not something that comes naturally to me, but yeah, it's quite different. So I'm going to just go ahead and compare love to everything else. So as a teenager, you always fall in love. Okay, that's something that happens, to you every other day when you happen to go out and come across, a beautiful, good-looking, pretty female. You fall in love. So it's kind of love at first sight, but you actually don't understand the meaning of the word love. And then you'll have to go out and thank Bollywood for all those movies that make you believe that such things, happen and they are correct and they are right. But eventually you are able to go out and find that one partner that makes you want to. So in the words of, I don't know who, but this is one of the most beautiful lines that I came across, and it was in a Hollywood movie. When you find that other person and that other person makes you want to be a better man, then that's love. So it's not about just infatuation or crushes like Toastmaster Harsh was talking about a while ago. But love is something that you will eventually find, and it's quite different from everything else that will happen to you. So thank you. I hope that answers the question. Thank you, and back to you, TTM Akash.
Yeah, thanks, Toastmaster Joy. Okay, who's going to come for next, or should I call the name?
I think yes, Sikandar raised his hand.
Okay, Sikandar.
Hi. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So Sikandar, so should I take? Choose simple, moderate, or hard?
So I would take moderate. Let's not take everything as simple for everyone. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the topic for you is laughter is the best medicine. The topic for you is laughter is the best medicine. Over to you, guest Sikandar Singh.
Hope I am visible and audible. Everyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So laughter is, through my perspective, laughter is something that is a part and parcel of everyone's life. And if I might say, it's the best medicine in the sense that it gives us the joy of having to listen to someone's perspective of the observation. That laughter has various ways of its expression. People can express on observation that can make you laugh at times, and there can be a scenario where someone can provide a general perspective of something which is very common for us, but we do not we see the better part of it. Laughter makes us happy in the sense, and exuberance comes out of us in the perspective of that. And laughter makes us express the emotion of how laughter is being given as a medicine to the person who might not be living his life, who has a cancer. He takes it as a medicine with this time. And then I would like to say that laughter makes you happy in every possible way. Yeah. So over to you, Toastmaster.
Yeah, thanks, Sikandar Singh. Now I would like to call Grameen Toastmaster Vijay. Good morning. So good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon, Akash.
Yeah. Moderate or hard one?
Okay, I don't have an option of easy.
Okay.
I'll go with moderate.
Okay. The topic for you. Yeah, listen carefully. There is one dialogue in movie. You have to explain that dialogue. तुम लेके क्या आए थे और तुम क्या लेके जाओगे? तुम लेके क्या आए थे और तुम क्या लेके जाओगे? Over to you, Toastmaster Vijay.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Akash. So the topic is a Hindi phrase. तुम लेके क्या आए थे, क्या लेके जाओगे? If I have to translate it in English and explain it, it basically talks about, when you came to life, when you arrived in this world, what you came up with, it's nothing, right? You arrived as is, and when you go away, basically every one of us, will eventually die and move on. So you will take nothing with you. So this actually talks about, materialistic experiences, and the dialogue in that movie was talking about, if you run for materialistic things, there's nothing materialistic you came up with, and there's nothing you will take with you when you move out of this world. But if I have to take a counter view. When you came here, you came with nothing, but you had your parents. They love you unconditionally. You had your siblings. Probably when you progressed over the life, as your journey moved from being a toddler to an adult person, and you moved on to old age, and then you eventually left the world. You created lots of friends. You interacted with lots of people. You had lots of experiences. You traveled throughout the world. So there are a lot of things you acquire in the world, and when you are in the final stage of your life, you actually remember this and be very happy with it. It brings me to one of the book which I'm reading currently, Tuesdays with Maury. There, the author talks about his professor. He's diagnosed with a fatal disease where all his nerves, are not working, and eventually every part of body stops functioning. But he's very happy, and he describes about it. Why he's happy, all his experiences in life, all his interactions, and his students, they come and meet him. They ask him, like, why you are happy, and he keeps on explaining this. So if I leave out the materialistic things, I think you come up with you acquire a lot of things throughout your journey in this world, and go back as a happy person. Like, see, the last day of the world, you should be very happy that you achieved all your targets, you achieved all your goals, and you should be exuberant when you move out of this world. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Akash.
Akash, you're on mute.
Akash, you're on mute.
Okay. Yeah, thanks, Vijay. Wonderful speech here. Now I'd like to call timer Toastmaster Kedar to come. Yeah. So easy, moderate, hard. What?
I'll go with hard.
Okay. The topic for you is love all, trust a few, do wrong to none. Love all, trust a few, do wrong to none. Over to you, Toastmaster Kedar.
Yeah, thanks. I'll just start the timer. Yeah. Yeah, I think in life, this is like a very good advice, I would say. You have to love all, but you have to trust a few. And overall, it seems to me, that people in general, lot of the people you can trust, but there are certain people that uh, are there just to take advantage of you. So you have to be a little bit street smart in tackling certain situations. If you end up trusting everyone, at the end of the day, you are the one who's going to be having a tough time in life. And so overall, if I have to say that if you want to be in general very happy in life, in fact, I would say you have to trust as little as possible, because trusting in a way is like you're giving one part of you to the other person, and if that person takes disadvantage of you, then and you will not be able to trust anyone else. Then it's like you will be struggling for the rest of your life, basically. So in a way, I would say that yeah, love all, but trust very few people. So yeah, with that, I would like to hand it back to Akash.
Yeah, thanks, Toastmaster Kedar. Wonderful attempt, I would like to say. And now I'd like to call Dhirendra Singh.
Hi, Akash.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Give me the most easiest option you could give.
Okay, no issue. Can you turn on your camera?
I think it's already on. You cannot see me?
No, I'm not able to see you, I think. What about others, guys? Are you able to see Dhirendra?
No, it's a black screen.
No, Dhirendra, maybe you would have a latch on the camera, laptop camera, that probably you have to slide to ensure you're visible.
That latch I have already slide. I'll just switch on again. Let me see.
Okay. Yeah, it's on.
It's on now. Can you guys
Yeah,
see
yeah,
me?
it's
Yes.
yeah.
Perfect. Thank
Okay.
you.
The topic for you, Dhendra, is worry is a misuse of your imagination. Worry is a misuse of your imagination. Over to you.
Worry
Is a misuse of your imagination.
Okay.
Should I give some other?
Yeah, that's
You're
fine.
not.
Let me try. I don't know.
Okay. Over to you, Dhendra.
Okay. Worry is misuse of the imagination. If I can relate this to, it's basically, most of the time, we have been into a lot of uh, situations in our life which are bothersome to people, and people have their own tendencies to react to that situation, probably give their reactions to that particular situation which they are into at that point in time. That varies from person to person. For if I can relate my example, uh, I'm a kind of person, who gets worried a lot. Uh, in the in the smallest of the situation, or in the most critical situation as well. So I believe having an attitude towards any situation, uh, probably a linear attitude, where you are not too much worried, or you are not pushing yourself too much into that situation, that eventually makes you stand somewhere in a very bothersome situation, wherein you are completely blank and you find yourself in a very helpless kind of situation. So you should be always trying to be stagnant, not too much into the situation, but yes, to evaluate yourself, that what could be that a deciding factor that can propel me out of that situation, and put you in a spot wherein you can effectively and very smartly can handle that situation in your life, in whatever you are facing. I mean, that's all I could relate it to. I don't know how it was.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks. Wonderful. Yeah. Now I'd like to ask TMOD Ajay. So how much time left? How much I can take?
You can take one more now.
Okay. And now I'd like to call Toastmaster Vishal.
Yes,
So
Akash.
Vishal, good afternoon. Moderate or hard one?
There's no easy one. Come on. Okay, just give me the hard one. Let's see.
Okay. Yeah, the topic for you is youth is a blunder, manhood a struggle, old age is a regret. Youth is a blunder, manhood is a struggle, old age is a regret. Over to you, Toastmaster Vishal Mehta.
Thank you, Table Topic Master Akash, and good afternoon to all fellow Toastmasters and guests. I believe this is the journey of life in a nutshell, as you already mentioned in the topic, and as the theme of the day rightly says, that it's it's a struggle, but it's actually how we look at it that really matters. Of course, we all go through certain struggles from our youth, maybe having issues with academics, or maybe relationships in the for the very first time in school or colleges. But we all come out of it, we grow from it, we learn from it, and then we go to our next level, which is the youth, where again we have different challenges of having struggles with jobs, the managers, colleagues, and again, like, the life partner. But again, we learn from it, and we take our experiences to the next level. And it's really important that we also take care of our health, because sometimes what happens is in our youth, we normally just are very, very casual, just go about doing or eating, like, everything. But it would be really good to kind of have that in in check as well, so that when the old time comes, you have the best of the health to be able to enjoy it in a much better way. Because I briefly read it somewhere that when you are in your younger days, you have a lot of energy, you have a lot of time, but not much money. In your midlife, you have uh, a lot of energy, you have a lot of you have like money as well, but you don't have time. And as you get old, you have a lot of time, you have a lot of money, but you don't have energy. So yeah, just use your resources wisely. And with this, I hand it over to you, table topic master Akash.
Yeah, thanks, Vishal. Thanks a lot. I think this time, this time I felt that you have given very deliberately and carefully from rest of the sessions. Okay, so now I'd like to call timer Kedar to give the timing report.
Yeah. So to give the timing report for the prepared speeches, TM Sangram took 7 minutes 26 seconds, so he has qualified. Vishal Khanvilkar took 5 minutes 8 seconds, so he has also qualified. And for table topics, in fact, everyone has qualified. So guest Shubham, she took 1 minute 46 seconds. Harsh took 1 minute 42 seconds. Chetan took 1 minute 43 seconds. Joy took 1 minute 38 seconds. Sikandar, guest Sikandar took 1 minute 23 seconds. Brijesh took 2 minutes 30 seconds. So I think with the grace period, he has also qualified. I took 1 minute 44 seconds. Dhirendra took 2 minutes 11 seconds. And Vishal at the end took 2 minutes 16 seconds. So today, everyone has qualified.
Thanks, Toastmaster Kedar. Now I would like to call Toastmaster of the Day, Ajay Sharma, to proceed further. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Ajay Sharma.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akash. It was exuberant table topic sessions and all speakers are flawless. So Toastmaster Akash, can the poll is ready for a table topic session, or we can take it later on?
It is ready, just waiting for the final polling to be done for the best speaker. And I will just launch for table topics in a second.
Yeah. Please confirm once polling is done.
Yes, just give it another 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Yes, we are done. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vishal. So let me call our general evaluator, Toastmaster Raghav, to take forward next part of session. Over to you, Toastmaster Raghav.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters, my dear members, benevolent leaders, and the assiduous audiences. Greetings to you. Let me start with a quote. Good enough is not good enough if it can be better. And better is not good enough if it can be best. The role of a general evaluator is a mirror to show ourselves how we can be best given a choice and resources. For the benefit of the guest, my role is divided into 3 parts. The first one is to introduce the evaluators for the prepared speeches round. 2 is to call upon the tag team, the timer, the counter, and the grammarian for their respective reports. And finally, I shall give my general evaluation of the overall meeting. So let's commence with the evaluation of the prepared speeches. I would like to call upon our first evaluator, Toastmaster Sarika, who will be evaluating Toastmaster Sangram's speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Sarika.
Thank you, General Evaluator Raghav. Good morning, everyone. Today, my speaker, Toastmaster Sangram, it was his second speech. Sangram, the power of visualization. I think the start was just fantastic. You started with a quote and imagine it, create it. So I think the start was really very catchy. The structure of the speech, I think it was just fantastic. You run us through the types of visualization, the benefits of visualization, the example, law of attraction, and how you can achieve the visualization. So I think structurally were very nice. You covered all the topics of the topic, basically the power of visualization. Eye contact, it was bang on. Gesture, hand movement, you were moving your hand, that was nice. Audience awareness, the topic was very powerful, in fact. So you had an audience awareness. You seem to be in your comfort level. Clarity, I think maybe somewhere, I don't know whether it was network or not, but few words I couldn't hear properly. So maybe vocal clarity or maybe voice modulation is something that you can try on. The best, also I like the best about your speech is you utilize the entire time, 7 minutes, 29 seconds. So that was really very nice, because that's an effective use of time. Now coming to, okay, so before I give you my recommendation, the end was also phenomenal. You mentioned conceive it, achieve it. So that was a very nice end. And it just stuck in my head, and it is always going to be in my head, that conceive it and achieve it. So I think overall the speech was very good, Sangram. The topic obviously is very known to everyone, very familiar. So you tend to hear, you have read everything, but then you have brought it in a very nice and a structured way. So I think that was nice. My only recommendation is that I missed the personal story of yours, Sangram. So I wanted you to have some story of yours, that you visualized something, you achieved something, and how did you get about it? So maybe that would have really blended with the speech, because the structure and all was just fantastic. And just with your personal story, it would have been really very nice. So I think that is maybe where you can add your personal story. Overall, the speech was very good, long way to go. Good luck to you. Thanks. And over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sarika. Now, I would like to call our second evaluator, Toastmaster Vishal Mehta, who will be evaluating Toastmaster Vishal's speech. So one Vishal will be evaluating the other Vishal, by the way. So over to you, Toastmaster Vishal Mehta.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Raghav. Just give me a second here. I'm just trying out. Okay. Let me add spotlight. Vishal as well. Okay, cool. All right. So Toastmaster Vishal. Wow. I think I believe at the timer we can start now.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yes,
yeah, I've started.
yes. So Toastmaster Vishal, congratulations for delivering your icebreaker speech. You started off with a bang, like with a quote from Winston Churchill, and then you actually went on with your entire childhood experience about, like, you being born, and then how you went to your schooling in Borivali. And I really like the fact that your parents really motivated you at every stage of your life, and you really mentioned that in your speech that their contribution in your success has been so much. So that's really fantastic that you acknowledge their support in whatever you excelled, be it your academics or even your sports. And it's pretty impressive that you've been like a really good student, as well as you have been really good in sports as well, having won, like, medals in karate, and done like marathons and that kind of stuff. So really, I think it really inspires me, at least, to have this kind of a talent wherein someone's really good in academics as well as in sports. So really good with that. And also, I think you had a bit of a health crisis as well that you mentioned about, and how you struggled through that, but you kept fighting with the support of your family, of your parents and everything. That also was quite touching and moving as well, I felt. And then you mentioned about how you landed up in a job, but still that hunger of doing more, like, doing your engineering with like what's that distinction, and then doing the MBA, and now you're again doing CFA. So like really kudos to you on like doing so much, working so much on yourself in your academics as well. And yeah, I mean, I think overall it was like a great speech, and there's there's a lot for, I think, for us to take away, in the sense that you just have to keep going to the next level, keep challenging yourself. As you also rightly mentioned, you get comfortable, you make yourself uncomfortable, get out of your comfort zone, and keep learning, keep growing. And that's the way it is. So I mean, overall there was nothing really I could really pick out from your speech. You really have quite a bit of corporate experience as well as management experience in studies as well. So really wonderful. Like, the flow with the speech was also really good. Your usage of the language, your command over the language also, I found, was like really good. uh, just one thing that I would like to feel that there's some scope of improvement is maybe adding some body language and some gestures would actually take your speech to the really next level, which I think you'll definitely work upon, because you're already like here, and now you just need to, like, kind of keep building it from there. So overall, an exuberant speech. I wish you all the best. And yeah, you've already broken the ice, so the only way is up. So yeah, all the best, Toastmaster Vishal Khanvilkar. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, and I hand it over to General Evaluator Toastmaster Raghav.
Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster Vishal. So now we are done with the evaluation round. We shall now move on to the tech team reports. To start off, let's call the timer of the day, Toastmaster Kedar. Over to you, Toastmaster Kedar.
Yeah, so I have already shared the prepared speeches and table topics timing report. Should I share it again, or
No, for the evaluations,
for the evaluation? Okay. For evaluation, Toastmaster Sarika took 2 minutes 34 seconds, so she qualifies. And Toastmaster Vishal Mehta took 3 minutes 23 seconds, so he also qualifies.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Kedar. Okay, the vote is already there. Right. Okay, now I want to call upon the counter report. Toastmaster Chetan, over to you.
Yes, Toastmasters. So Toastmaster Vishal Mehta used 5 crutch words. Toastmaster Ajay used 1 crutch words. Toastmaster Kedar used more than 5 crutch words. Myself, Toastmaster Chetan, used 4 crutch words. Toastmaster Bridges used more than 5 crutch words. Toastmaster Sangram used 1 crutch word. Toastmaster Vishal K used 4 crutch words. Toastmaster Akash used one crutch word and one filler word. Then Toastmaster Raghav used one crutch word. Toastmaster Joy used two crutch words. Guest Dhirendra used more than 5 crutch words. Guest Sikandar used 3 crutch words, and guest Shubham used 1 crutch words. Over to you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Raghav.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Chetan. Now I call for the grammarian report. Toastmaster Bridges, over to you.
Sure, Raghav. Yeah, can I share my screen?
Do you have the rights?
Yeah, I will. Yeah. So I'm sharing my screen so everyone can take a look at it. So as you can see, there were 6 instances where a word of the day was used. It was used by Sangram, Vishal Khanvilkar, Vishal Mehta, Ajay, Shubham, and guest Sikandar as well. Few instances where there was good usage. So Sangram, as rightly pointed out by Sarika as well, he left us with a very, very touching line. If you can conceive it, you can achieve it. Vishal Khanvilkar as well, you should always push yourself out of the comfort zone. Vishal Mehta, in his table topic, he mentioned journey of life in a nutshell. And while evaluating, like, you've already broken the ice, only way is up. A good instance. General Evaluator Raghav, you started out with a very good quote. Good enough is not good enough if it can be better, and better is not good enough if it can be best. A very good usage. Guest Shubham, she started with this quote. Necessity is the mother of invention. Burning the midnight oil. Guest Dhirendra, propelling out of the life. Again, that was a good usage. Couple of not so good usages. So I think the error is very same. Like we've already using this as a plural. So the next word should be people. Makes sense. This people's is incorrect. And his parents, because like you have a plural, you have both mom and dad. So his parents. Yeah, that's it. People, like, if you want, you can take a screenshot of this. I'll just wait for a minute. Yes, so if everyone is ready, Raghav, we can move on. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster Bridges. It was really amazing how you have maintained in that spreadsheet, and it's really helpful. Maybe going forward, we can, in all Toastmasters meeting, we can do that and share it in the, our Toastmasters club group, and we can keep a record of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Raghav. I learned it from Toastmasters. Last session, the R counter was presented in a similar way, and I loved it. So I initiated it.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so now it's time for my general evaluation. I'll start with the timing. The meeting started on time, and as I can see now, it's 12:30, and it's I should have got a podium at 12:13, which was like exactly at the time I got it. So definitely it will end on time. And thanks to TMOD and all other role players for the great time management. Now I'll come to the role players. Every role player explained their role really, really well. Timer, Toastmaster Kedar, Toastmaster Chetan, Toastmaster Bridges, they explained their role really well. And our counter, what you could have done is that, as the Toastmaster Bridges did, you can maybe maintain one spreadsheet and share it the next time you do this role. Then in that way, every person can see, okay, this much is the way. Like, visualization is like always better, right? When you can actually see it in front of you. Screen.
Sure.
One solution for you. Yeah. As far as technical issues are concerned, there was no technical issues, no significant issues, which was a great thing. And yeah. Now I will come to the Sergeant at Arms. I love the way Sergeant at Arms opened the meeting with a great smile and a namaste. Really, namaste to you. It was a great thing to do. And he clearly stated the mission statement of Toastmasters and what are the do's and don'ts in a Toastmasters meeting. Well done. Next, we'll come to the presiding officer. The Mel Fisher story. Wow. What an inspirational story by Toastmaster Vishal. It really set the tone for the meeting and expectations, which is expected from a Toastmasters meeting. And in the beginning itself, you said the expectations is really high, and we all enjoyed the following sessions from there on. The presiding officer introduced the guests beautifully, made them feel comfortable, and introduced the Toastmaster of the day perfectly. Well done, presiding officer. Now I'll come to the Toastmaster of the day. Very exuberant and extraordinary TMOD, Mr. Ajay. Struggle makes you stronger. It's a very relatable and very common, but we never get tired of listening to this team because we have so much personal connect. We go to so many things related to this team in our lives. He introduced the team very passionately, asked the participants about their life struggle. It was a great thing to do. Now, just a few suggestions. What could have been better is that the Toastmaster of the day could have given a few more, say, real life examples about the team while talking about. And also about while the prepared speeches round was going on, since we had only 2 speakers today, so maybe he could have given a 30 seconds break in between so that other members can give feedback to the speakers. Rest, everything was perfect. Now I'll come to the word of the day. It was a very good word of the day, exuberant. And it was great to see the guests and members to use the word of the day so openly. So keep it up. Now I'll come to the prepared speeches. Examples of Jim Carrey, writing a check for $10 million about the power of visualization was really illuminating. So many things we get to learn just by attending a Toastmasters meeting, isn't it? Because I didn't know. I am sure many of us didn't know about this before. And I am actually tempted to write a check myself today. I don't know how much the amount, but yeah, so inspiring. I'm sure Toastmaster Sangram's speech inspired everyone to use the power of visualization. We heard a great speech from Toastmaster Vishal. As far as evaluation round is concerned, Toastmaster Sarika and Toastmaster Vishal were flawless in their evaluation and gave some great suggestions as well as feedback. Now I'll move to the table topics round. What an extraordinary table topic session we had today. Wow, Toastmaster Argas, amazing. And while you began the table topic session, you explained perfectly why the table topic session is important in our day-to-day life, how it can help you in your corporate, in your job, in fact, in every day. That is a great thing to do. Even I believe the guests have benefited at how they have understood how it is going to help them. And the participation was amazing. Everyone just rose their hands like anything. Usually what we see that people hesitate to raise their hands. But your topics are so awesome. Everyone is eager to talk about, which is a great thing to do. Just one small suggestion that it will be better if you can just show the topic on the screen. The topics are great. It's sometimes it may get a bit challenging to understand while you are reading it. If they can just see on the screen, it would make it even better. The participants can read from the screen and they can instantly think about it and maybe participate better. Yeah. Overall, the table topic session was a great mixture. The topics were a great mixture of fun as well as thought-provoking ones. Now the overall vibe of the meeting was very, very enjoyable today. We had some great guest participation. It is so beautiful to see the members talking openly about their life struggle in Toastmasters platform, which actually means is that our club has been successful in making you feel comfortable that you share your personal stories with us so openly. So happy about that. We had a great icebreaker speech today. I request everyone to give a big round of applause for Toastmaster Vishal. We congratulate you for your first speech in our club in Toastmasters, and we look forward to hearing more speeches from you in future. I also congratulate Toastmaster of the Day for choosing a very pertinent theme for today. The great Chinese philosopher and politician Confucius, he is also considered the paragon of Chinese sages. He once said, "Our greatest glory is not in never failing, but in rising every time we fail." With this thought, I conclude my general evaluation. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Raghav, for the exuberance and complete general evaluator reports. Thank you. So, yeah, you can start. Poll is given for the auxiliary role test. Please. So once it's completed, please let me know.
Yes, it's completed. I will also launch for the best 3 now. Okay, we are done. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster Vishal. So let me start with the quote written by American author, novelist, and poet Rachel E. Goodrich, sourcing this famous quote from Google Encyclopedia. "Never give up. It's like breathing. Once you quit, your flames dies, letting total darkness extinguish every last gaps of hope. You can't do that. You must continue taking in even the shallowest of breath. Continue putting forth even the smallest of effort to sustain your dreams. Don't ever, ever, ever give up." I have one video to play. If you all allow me, I can share a small video.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you. You can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And please confirm when you can. Voices come?
Yes.
Hold my breath, hush my head, count my steps. I need this more than ever. Might feel strange, but I'm not afraid. Every day I try but can't forget it. Hey, I need a new way. That's just a give and take. Make mistakes, keep on hoping, hoping for the day I'll fly high. As long as my heart is open, I know I can keep on going, keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. on going.
Thank you so much for allowing me to show this small video. In life, to overcome our struggle, that makes us stronger, we should follow 10 steps. And this is my own formula. Being confident, being focused, being committed, being set your strong goals in mind and keep repeating internally. Being positive and calm, being disciplined in life, being respectful to others, being in love, being in caring, being learned from a small mistake. Hopefully, we will have a great story to share in next upcoming Toastmaster sessions. Thank you. And over to you, presiding officers, Toastmaster Vishal Mehta.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Ajay. Everyone, let's give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Ajay for conducting such a fantastic session today, and with a great theme as well. Struggle makes us stronger. We'll definitely keep getting stronger every day, and with every session that we have on Sunday, we'll keep getting closer and stronger as well. So let us first go through our guests and check with them how did they enjoy today's experience. So I'll start off with the first one I see is guest Amaya. If you would like to share, how did you find today's session?
It is a wonderful journey today. I mean, I enjoyed that today's session. Okay, that is evaluation process and public speaking, and also I came to know that listening skill is also very important part to in conversation. Okay, so my hiccup is to participate in the discussion. That I want to remove that one. Okay, so I think I am hoping that the next class or I will join as in the Toastmaster, then I hope that it will be gradually go.
Yep.
Let us see.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing that feedback, and we are happy that you enjoyed this session, and we really look forward to welcome you on board as a Toastmaster as well pretty shortly.
Okay,
next I see is guest Sikandar. If you would like to share, how did you find this meeting?
Yeah, first of all, I would like to thank all Toastmaster Ajay, Toastmaster Vishal, Toastmaster general evaluators, and all the evaluators, because I got to learn much more in a better way that how we can actually evaluate oneself in a different way, and how we are actually making that itself is a whole new sort of process to evaluate oneself, and how it's being evaluated, the public speaking, this is the actual way how it will someone will improve his own speaking. And and this was a pretty much different experience from what I had during my college time. So it was very well systematic, very well executed, and everyone contributed and was exhilarated to be part of the whole conversation. So it was a great experience, and hopefully would love to join and be part of it every Sunday.
Excellent. Thanks, Sikandar, for sharing such a valuable feedback to us. So we really enjoyed that. We are happy that you enjoyed today's meeting. So thanks for sharing that. Next,
Vishal, guest
yes.
Amaya wants to speak, I think.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to add that I always visualize from the very childhood that I want to be a good public speaker, but somehow I missed the opportunity because of busy in some my work schedule. But I have never tried this one because it is my dream that I want to be a good public speaker. So I hope I want some tips or something like this. Yeah, I don't know how to go ahead with my dream. So I am hoping that it will be helpful for me.
Yes, definitely, Amaya. You are on the right platform here. The best thing is even when I joined Toastmasters for the very first time, even I was like, I did not know what's going to happen and everything. But it's been like several months now, and it's just making me more and more confident with each and every session. So yeah, we'd be happy to have you join our club as well and see you become successful as well in your journey.
Okay, thank you. Let's see.
Thank you. Yeah.
Just wanted to add,
Yeah.
big dream starts with first step, and I think you are at the first step and the perfect step of joining Toastmasters.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you. And next is, I see Dhirendra. Would you like to share your experience for today's meeting?
Yes, Vishal. A phenomenal experience. Some very prominent speakers. Good. All in all, I could say, I was the 2 hours which I invested here. I heard a lot of good experiences of people, some really motivating speeches, some really good way of as like TM Raghav mentioned, there were few uh, inputs from some of the speakers which even you don't tend to, or get an opportunity to hear, or read somewhere. So this is this is all in all a very good experience for me for today, for 2 years, the 2 hours which I invested here, and look forward to get improve myself on daily basis, on Sundays, and be an effective speaker someday.
Sure. Absolutely, Dhirendra. Thank you so much for that feedback as well. And yeah, we'll be more than happy to get in touch with you to walk you through the membership process and everything. So definitely would love to see you as a Toastmaster as well in the coming future. And the last but not the least, our lady guest, Shubham. I believe you joined slightly late. That's the reason we were not able to get a bit of your introduction. So if you don't mind telling us something about yourself and what brings you to Toastmasters. I believe you are a visiting Toastmaster as well, from what I've heard. Shubham, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm been a Toastmaster for last 7 years. I've been a part of community Toastmaster. Then I've been part of corporate Wipro Toastmasters Club. Then I've been part of college Toastmasters Club, IMT Nagpur. So yes, I've been a chartered member. I've taken SA role. I've taken treasurer role and vice president education. And I was an area director in the last term. Currently, I am eligible to be a DTM, but I'm yet to apply for it.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic, Shubham. So actually, I not guess Shubham, you should be like visiting Toastmaster Shubham. So thanks for sharing that, like the lovely introduction. And yeah, how did you like the
Salik, I
session
think-
of our club?
Yeah.
Would you like to have a couple of words or a few lines?
Yeah, I really like the energy level, the discipline, and the structured Toastmaster. I'm looking forward to a physical meeting also to interact with all of you one-on-one.
Oh yes, definitely. That's already in the work. So working very closely with our president and our VP membership, and we'll definitely share some positive news in the upcoming days.
So yeah, maybe Vishal, we can just throw up, the 7th August is something that we are looking, and hope it works for everyone. So maybe we can take a poll or some feedback around it, that does 7th August work? And we'll have a hybrid model. So there will be online and offline both. But we really want people to meet. And now we are just talking on the screen, but when there is a physical meeting, actually people walking up the stage and talking, that will be a different experience altogether. So yeah, so maybe we
Can I
can
recommend
pick up.
something?
Yes,
Sarika?
please. Yes, please.
Why don't you keep it in like an outing format? Unlike the club outing, you can plan it in like a garden or somewhere where people can attend the meeting for some time and then hang out like buddies. We used to attend meetings at the clip level of 10,000 feet above the ground also, just to get the ambience and just to have that close connectivity with the friends. Back in 2019 when I had physical meetings.
Yeah, that's an amazing idea. Yeah, we'll just web upon this also, definitely.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks for sharing that, Toastmaster Shubham. That's fantastic takeaway from this. All right. So thanks to all the guests, and really we're actually very happy to see so much participation in the table topics from all the guests. So that was like very inspiring for us as well to see that. So that thanks for participating. So I think the final leg of this session will just go ahead and share the awards. So I'm just going to share my screen. Let me know when you can see it.
We can, sure,
Okay.
we can say.
All right. Okay, so let's put our hands together for the awardees ahead. And the first one, hang on, what's happening here? Okay. Yeah, sorry. So yes, congratulations to Toastmaster Vishal Khanwilkar for getting the award for the best prepared speaker. So really good speech there, Vishal. Hope to see many more in the upcoming sessions. Next one goes to yours truly. So thank you so much for voting on that one. Next is for the best evaluator goes to our president, Toastmaster Sarika. So congratulations, Sarika, for that. The next award for the best auxiliary role goes to Toastmaster Brijesh. So really well done, Brijesh, on your grammarian role. And I believe we have a tie for the best three. So the first one is Toastmaster Akash for conducting such a wonderful table topic session today. And I believe everyone really enjoyed it. We can see that from the participation. So really good job there. And it was shared with our general evaluator, Toastmaster Raghav. So congratulations to Raghav as well. So yes, with that, we come to the end of the awards ceremony and almost to the end of the meeting as well. So thank you so much, everyone, for your participation. For the guests, if you could just hang in here for a bit, we will just take you out in a breakout room wherein our President Sarika and our VP Education Harsh will just brief you on our membership program. And thanks everyone for the participation. It was really great seeing you all and look forward to another wonderful session next Sunday as well.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Vishal.
you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Maybe you can create the